On a daily basis, junior Katrina Peralta follows a regular routine. She starts her day with zero-period leadership, where she plays the role of junior class vice president, spends lunch with the Pell students, follows the school day with softball conditioning, rushes to cheer practice, and ends her night with a gym workout. But there's a time when such activities were out of reach for Peralta.
The doctor had diagnosed me with pneumonia, so I took antibiotics for about 2 weeks, and that was in the beginning of April. And the last day I finished up my antibiotic, the very next day I went completely paralyzed.
In April 2011, Katrina Peralta was diagnosed with Guillain-Barré syndrome, an illness that causes sensations of weakness and tingling in the body.
It was really hard for me because I really couldn't say much, really couldn't do much. So as soon as that happened, they started the process of treatment the very next day, and they ordered more MRIs to see if there was anything that they had missed in their emergency room MRI. And there really wasn't much that they missed, but I started treatment and I was there for about 2 weeks.
These sensations sometimes spread to full body paralysis, affecting roughly 3,000 Americans, including Peralta.
I was so overwhelmed with just all the needles and medication and just all the people.
Peralta had first pushed herself 3 years ago, before her 8th grade graduation, determined to learn to walk again after losing mobility due to bed rest.
I was pretty determined to walk for graduation, and I had 2 weeks to do it. So every day I would get up and take 3 steps if that was my max.
Peralta used the doubts the doctors had towards her return to physical normality to motivate her to push her limits.
When I was in the hospital, the doctors told me that I'm not going to be playing sports the same, I can't run the same, and it's just going to be, everything's going to be different.
With the doctor's doubtful prognosis and fear from her mother, Peralta drove towards greater mobility.
When she started taking steps on her own, it was I was happy, but yet I was sad because of the fact that my daughter has to be going through this pain. As any parent, I wish it would have been me and not her. I mean, no mother wants to see their kid go through anything like that.
Peralta returned to high school midway through her sophomore year. She impulsively decided to try out for the junior varsity softball team, despite having just returned from her 2nd episode of paralysis.
When I tried out, I felt like all the other girls were they were really good, and I felt like I had no progress in the year I had been out of softball, or the 2 years actually. So when it came to who made the team and who got cut, I was pretty scared, but I was kind of expecting to be cut, and I had found out I made the team.
Living under the fear of a return of paralysis, Peralta works out daily for the solid goal of not losing her strength. Despite how life-altering Guillain-Barré syndrome may be, Peralta would not take a second back.
Guillain-Barré syndrome has taught me a lot as a teenager. It's super difficult to juggle it. I mean, in April will be 3 years that I've been dealing with it, but I mean, it's something that you kind of get used to, and it's just something to motivate you every day.
Peralta attributes her athleticism to Guillain-Barré syndrome, providing her with motivation.
I hear all these people who are just like, I'm tired, I don't want to do that because I'm lazy, and it's just like, you have 2 legs for a reason, go use them.
Peralta has not suffered from a full episode in 6 months and appears to be on her road to recovery. Her next test of physical ability? Joining the mat in 2015 as a wrestler and completing a triathlon. This has been Tommy Tran and Mariah Dominguez reporting for JNN.